spoke not too long ago about dangerous names, how mentioning a name in tefillah could actually be dangerous because, as the Vilna Gaon explains in Even Shlema, that when a person mentions someone's name in tefillah, that opens up the tick, that opens up the case, as it were, in the heavens, and they investigate his actions. I got some nervous responses about this class, and I'd like to clarify a little bit more today and add a number of very, very important points. And the first thing I'd like to add is that the best tefillah that a person could possibly daven is without mentioning someone's name. If somebody needs mercy, and especially somebody who's sick, and you go to them, right, and daven in front of them without mentioning their name, as we find Moshe Rabbeinu went to Miriam, Kelnar, Afonallah, he didn't mention the name, that is the best possible tefillah that a person can possibly daven, and that is why Bikkur Cholim is such an important mitzvah. The Rambam, I believe, lists two mitzvahs in Bikkur Cholim. The first mitzvah is to take care of their needs. If they need food, if they need drink, if they need arrangements made, that's the first mitzvah. But the second mitzvah is the mitzvah of tefillah. And based on what we're saying, this is very understandable, because the ultimate tefillah that a person can daven is by going to them and visiting them and standing in front of them and saying Tilim, davening for them, Kelnar, Afonallah, without mentioning their name. And this is a very, very powerful tefillah. And the effort is really worth it. The effort is really worth it, right? And this is one of the reasons why Bikkur Cholim is such an important mitzvah. Chazal tell us that Bikkur Cholim takes off 1/60th of the sickness. 1/60. Now it's true, it's only if you're a ben mazel. And how do we know if you're ben mazel or not? There's a Radvaz that we quoted once, that the Radvaz says the reason you're allowed to have many different shuls is because each person's neshama comes from different plots in Olam Haba. And people who are from the same plot, as it were, those people, they should be together. And that's why each Rav talks to a certain amount of people. Each group of people has a certain group that they feel comfortable with. It's the same thing, I believe, with Bikkur Cholim, is that if you're a ben mazel, if you really connect with somebody, that's a sign that you're from the same mazel, and that's a sign that going to visit them will take off part of their sickness, especially if they're happy to see you. That's a pragmatic cure. If somebody's happy to see you, that's surely going to help their health and make them feel a lot better. So this is my first idea that I want to share with you in this series of shirim about davening for people. And I'm asking rachamim for them. And the first idea is, if you have a chance to do Bikkur Cholim, and it's somebody you're close to, and it's someone who's important to you, and especially if it's a Rav or a Rebbetzin or a close family member or a very close friend, then you should certainly do Bikkur Cholim. Right? Certainly. Of course, we all have to make cheshbonos. Our time is very precious, and we all have to regulate our time to use it for the best of our abilities. But going to visit somebody, this is a life-saving prayer. And we're going to speak more about this idea, about how to make our prayers as effective as possible and to actually be helped yourself extremely, very, very much by davening for other people. So keep posted with this series that we're starting today about Mavakish Rachamim for other people, asking mercy for other people, and B'ezrat Hashem, I'm going to reveal some very great secrets in the upcoming classes. Amen. Kain Tiratzon.